All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the first series win. As you guys get ready for Canton, anything specific that you're focusing on in practice this, or have practice on, focusing on this practice this week?
Um, Really, we talk about just continuing to do what we've done well over the last 2 weeks. I think it's really a mental approach now more than physical. We can't practice real hard. It's about knowing what Canton does on the offensive end, how we're going to play our pick and roll defense. So that's been the main focus. And then with that, getting in some type of work, enough shots, enough 5-on-0 offense.
Yeah, it seems like just listening in the last few minutes, you have a pretty good grasp on what Canton does. So what do you guys need to do, I guess, to kind of attack their game?
Well, we need to be good against their post players. They're going to try to pound the ball inside. So our rotations on the defensive end, our tags, our stunts need to be solid enough where it drives their bigs farther off the block, but allows us to get to three-point shooters. And so really it's all about the defensive end. Many of your viewers may not know all that terminology, but just think on the defensive end how we're going to stop them, and that's been the focus.
Now, is that anything that you learned or anything from the regular season matchups or just going over tape or anything like that?
No, this is what we do. This is the same way we prepare for Maine. We prepare for any opponent. And we have to tweak it a little bit based on their personnel. Like I said, they like to throw the ball inside to Singleton and Kirk, and so we have to be mindful of that.
In talking with Jordan, he kind of emerged, I guess you would say, as the leader there maybe in that first series. Is that something that you guys kind of anticipated going in or just kind of happened?
Well, I think everybody's starting to take even more leadership on the club. It coincided with Jordan having a better game, making a few more shots. I think a weight's been lifted off of him because he hadn't played a whole lot of basketball before he got here, so he's been constantly trying to get his legs in shape. He made some shots. He smiled. Everybody played very loose in Maine, so everybody's loose, I think, assuming more of a leadership role amongst themselves, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, he also mentioned that, I asked him, what's the team doing really well right now, to be so successful? He mentioned the confidence. Is that something that you've noticed as well?
Yeah, and that's what I mean by loose. Look, we can be as loose as we want, and here comes the worrisome part of coaching. We can be as loose, but we've got to step out on the floor and compete and play harder than our opponent. That being said, it's nice to have a group at this time of the year wanting to play basketball, liking to play basketball, full of confidence, and that's a good feeling.
Finally, the D-League series are a little different. You only get 3 games. So first game's at home for this next series with Canton. How important is that first game at home knowing you're not coming back here?
Well, whether you're on the road or at home, the first game is pivotal in any series. If that's a 7-game series in the NBA or a 3-game series in the D-League, you want to send a message. You want to play well. You want your opponent to realize that they're in for a tough series. And it's home. We want to play well for our fans. We want to win our home games and then go up to Canton and try to pick up another.